we were talking about if people die on stream, whether or not that would up our viewership and stuff. So I got distracted and put on the wrong overlay. That's what happened.
I don't know. I tried once. It didn't work.
Also, fun fact: throwing up on stream doesn't improve viewership, right, Dan?
Weird.
That's right. That's what I mean.
1 million bits, and I will die on stream for you. There you
go. Wow.
I think you get banned.
Yeah, I think that might be a TOS violation.
I don't know. I don't think dying on stream is against.
Might be.
How much is that converted into USD?
Well, I guess it would depend on how you die to violate
$100,000. It's 30 bits a penny.
It'll be an act of nature, not self-inflicted, so that's not against TOS.
I think that's true.
You would give him a heart attack.
Right.
So hello.
That many bits would just send me over.
Don't mind this strange opening, but hey, we're live. We're playing Things with the Flood, continuing our Into the Third campaign that we started on Free League Channel about a month or 2 ago, 2 months ago, something like that. So we're playing it here. We'll go ahead and have everyone do their intros, say who you are, say what you're playing, something you want to plug, go ahead and do it. But we'll start with a man who put a price on his death, and it's 1 million bits. So
1 million bits. Right. So who am I playing tonight? I'm playing the computer nerd that's dying too. Edward Ranking. That's right. Edward Ranking. Your place to go for your digital and pleasurable hookups of the exotic kinds. Wait, that doesn't sound right. But I'm Bert. Check me out at https twitch.tv/SteveSteelMurder. Yeah, all kinds of hilarity. I'm already dying. I'm dying on camera right now.
He's really starting. He's doing like the De Niro method acting thing is what's going on, I think.
Yep.
Okay. And then next to you, Chuck.
I'm Chuck. I run Defenders of Cobalt, where we talk about Bad Dragon and Crocs and nothing else. So come watch that. But more importantly, tonight I'm playing Levi, the musician. And my character sheet says I don't have any conditions. So I'm just not going to question that. Is that right? Or did the update reset me?
That's a good question. Does anybody actually have conditions? That's a good question.
I still have mine.
At the end of last session, we did some interpersonal healing stuff. So maybe
that is true. Tonight. Yeah, you're probably fine. We because we did the healing thing, and then we went to a diner, and then
oh yeah, we did. Okay.
And then Bert tried to pick a fight with a secret military organization via a camera. It was great. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get there. Yeah. Anyway, that's me.
Okay. Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm from the Defenders of Kobold over here playing Nicholas Forrester, who's wanted by every authority figure, law enforcement agency in the game. So that's fun. And I will continue to see if I can evade them.
Yeah, you're kind. Yeah, I kind of was thinking about that. Like the sheriffs want you because of the family problems, and the military,
by the school, the military,
the school, yeah,
the police, my family.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah. Plus, your brother's missing. Your older brother's missing. Brandon, the drug dealer. Yeah, extraordinaire. Okay, younger brother is okay. All right. So 1 for 3 with that family. I guess there's still a chance for your younger brother to make it out. You know, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom row, Melissa.
Melissa with Adventures in Lollygagging. Here I'm playing Allison Forrester, the less mighty twin to Llewellyn Forrester. She's the party animal, has some friends that also like to party. It's a shame that still actually hasn't come out yet, so I'm going to be curious to see when that actually comes out at some point. We shall find out.
Do you not want to tell us?
Not really.
Okay, that's
fine.
It's
a shame.
Oh, that's right. You could just shame. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. And Jeremy, speaking of shame.
Yeah, that's fair. I will be playing Llewellyn Forrester, the more shameful half of the Forrester twins. And he's just a big meathead who means well and is constantly just getting into worse situations. Yeah.
Very nice. Excellent. I also really like there was one point we never paid it off, but there was a point where you did the calculations. I was listening back to the episode in preparation for today, and you did that like old CBS number show, like almost Sherlock Holmesian type calculations to figure out how to throw a rock at a camera. Oh,
yeah.
So we'll have to carry that forward in some other way at some point. But that was really fun watching you try to. I felt like smoke was probably coming out of your ears. Poor Llewellyn.
Even a rusty trap can spring sometimes.
Yep, that's true. Speaking of rusty traps, Dan, who are you?
Oh, Dan with the Defenders of Kobold, playing Steven, our lone wolf character. And so far, I've kind of just been, I don't know, covering for people. It's about the most meaningful thing. Like, I've been questioned by the authorities and questioned by the school, and
yeah,
you're a team player.
Provided the cover.
It's so interesting. You're a team player, but you're a lone wolf. Like that's your character class. That you're a lone wolf, but you've been such a team player. It's an interesting dichotomy there. Okay.
But I'm like always by myself when this happens. So
yeah. So last time, okay. So the big, if you're just watching us for the first time since we're switching channels, it's 1992. You have a bunch of teenagers who live within a desert town, sleepy desert, weird town. I think kind of Twin Peaksian in a way. In the west, somewhere in the U.S. Arizona is kind of what we're thinking, like northern Arizona type. And it's November. Dust storms have been riling up the town recently. They had a weird situation where they found the body of a teenage friend, but she was kind of comprised of dust, of dirt. It was really, really peculiar. They've seen large robots in the dust storms moving about using vacuum-like tools to suck up various objects and various debris and dirt and spitting it back out as dust. They've run into sentient meat because, as one does, there is sentient meat somewhere, and then they tricked it to go to Fort Upchurch, where it got quickly flame broiled. And there's also some sort of killer bug thing going on where there's like bugs or beetles that are or wasps that are causing people's heads to explode and dogs to grow goiters on their faces and things. So that's our town. This past, the most recent episode, this whole crew, they decided to head out east. It's on a Sunday. They wanted to head out east because they wanted to check out a few things. They wanted to check out Bugs Begone, which is the name of some sort of exterminator crew, shady, that might have some sort of military connection. And we had a nice long scene at a diner, the Triple T Diner, where they had all sorts of delicious cherry pie and bacon and fries and such. I think Allison had a nice chat with an old lady at a gas station. And you guys broke into Bugs Begone. You broke into both the showroom and you went through a few things here and there, but you also broke into the garages where they keep their big old extermination, their work trucks, their vans. And you found this almost like a stacked oven piece of equipment that Levi, Llewellyn, and Nicholas saw while they were working within Ham's Meat Company, and it was doing some sort of weird electrical thing. And I think you also heard some stuff on the radio. Levi heard his friend Mike Brewer from his band, for some reason, is doing the Sunday DJ thing at the radio station. Allison's been curious about the radio station for a while. You overheard some talk about like kind of weird hippie geode stuff going on at Crystal Canyon. And so there's all sorts of different things to do. But we're going to start up. We're in the garage of Bugs Begone. You guys have surrounded this piece of equipment, whatever this might be. You found a small bug inside of it when you looked inside. There's all sorts of these different tanks of empty extermination fluids of some kind of aerosol that has property of the U.S. military on it, property of the U.S. Army. And we'll start there. What do you guys want to do? Anything you want to do with this piece of equipment, or anything you want to look into anything else you want to look into while you're on the premises of Bugs Begone?
I just have a thought. Do the chemical containers suggest what chemicals are in it?
No, they don't. But you do see that it is toxic. So you do see there's all sorts of danger symbols and warnings and stuff, pesticides and whatnot. But there's no specific ingredients or anything like that now.
Dang. Okay. Because like they had like fumigated the house with the dog in it. The dog was still alive, so it seems like it only messed with like the bugs. So I was curious if there was something.
Want to look around for video cameras, microphones.
Yeah, you knew there was 2 outside, but if you want to search around on the inside, go ahead and roll investigation if you want to look for any signs of interior equipment.
Nope, perfectly fine in here.
Yeah, everything's clear.
So I'm looking right at a camera.
Just go ahead. I'm just going to write a note down really quick. All right.
Had cameras where there weren't before.
So it's late Sunday morning, noonish almost. You guys did taunt whoever had the footage outside, but you also deleted that footage because it looked like it wasn't a live feed anywhere. It was recording to an interior setup. So you did manage to catch that. What's the plan?
So we've searched through here. We found the stove. We found a bug. We captured the bug. Am I remembering that right?
Oh yeah, you have the bug. The bug seems to be, to refresh everyone's memory, the bugs weren't like live bugs. They were machines. Like
Okay.
You were very clear about that. And when you first found them, they were activated and they were kind of interested in specific like electrical signals, but then magnetism seemed to kind of screw them up a bit.
Yeah.
But this one seems to be deactivated. And you did see when Levi and Llewellyn and Nicholas were inside this big tent in Ham's Meats, you saw some of the bugs begun workers like dumping things inside of this oven and then running some kind of turning it on, and then it caused like this big bright light, and then they kind of took whatever was inside back out. And you also saw the same basic thing when you were on a kind of grainy footage, but it was a bad angle when you were looking over some of the security footage.
On this oven, you said it's on a dolly, right? So they can move it around.
Mm-hmm.
Any signs that it needs to be plugged into anything, or I'm getting the sense like maybe it's battery powered, or no?
Okay. Why don't you, if you want to kind of try to figure it out, you could do something like a tinker. If you want to figure out how to make this thing work, you can roll that.
Sure. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, you start messing around with it, and it's unclear. It doesn't have a cord the way most appliances do. You don't see that at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, those of you who might be more inclined, like technologically inclined, you see Levi messing around with this thing, and he's almost like knocking panels off here and there.
Hey, Levi, I've had a cousin that got his fingers off of his whole entire hand cut off playing with machine like that.
I
am going to not
back up.
push anything.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, there's some guitarists that play with no fingertips, but like he's like 1 in a million, man.
I was gonna say like Tony Iommi, like I
Yeah.
can't.
I'd like to check it out.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll it. You can roll Tinker.
Tinker? Or,
yeah, it's fine.
Investigate. You want Tinker?
Tinker, since it's a machine. Makes sense.
So
yeah, no fingers in there, man. 1 success.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking, Ed, like we saw when they put stuff in there, like it bright blue light and stuff. But like, have you ever put a spoon in a microwave? Bright blue light.
Yes, I have.
What if this thing's just a giant microwave and they're microwaving the bugs to death?
With a 1, can we find out?
So, yeah, you start messing around with it a bit. First of all, and the direct answer to one of Levi's questions is that this does seem to be kind of self-powered, battery of some kind, maybe. If you're trying, are you trying to like operate it? Is that what you want, Edward? You want to figure out how to operate it?
Yeah.
Okay. It has a trap, just like an oven front. And you put something inside, you close it up, there's a little lock on it, and then there's a small panel of various controls on top, and you can it's not very complicated. Like you can see like on and off switch, you can see power levels, like this, that just sort of almost like a dimmer switch on a light, kind of pushing power up, pushing power down, and then kind of an on and off, and then there's emergency stop. So simple enough to figure out how to use it. Do you want to try to run it on something?
How big is the trap, and is there anything currently in it?
You did look through it last time, and you found one thing inside, and that was a bug, one of the bugs that you found before. But it's about, I would say the whole center area, the trap is probably about, I don't know, let's say 3 feet deep, 3 feet wide, and then maybe 2 or 3 feet tall.
Okay.
Posture
Are
check.
there-
Posture check by Captain Karayan. Everyone stand up or sit up. Sit up. Sit up. Yeah.
Oh, no. My chat's not working. I didn't even see that.
Are there any like boxes around that look like to be the size of what would like slot in there? Maybe.
No. From what you can tell, like the trap is literally stuff gets put inside here.
Yeah.
It's pushed inside, closed up, and then the machine is run.
Hey, we got one of those samples of one of those bugs. I bet this will power up the bug.
Let's find out, man. We got a dead bug. Let's throw it in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you throw the dead bug. You throw the bug in there, and as you sort of mess around with the devices, you turn it on, and I need everyone to make a move test.
God bless it. I
I'm
was just
dead.
about to start looking for somebody to swing at it.
Oh, no.
Anybody fails, go ahead and take a condition.
Oh, come on.
Injured.
Oh my God, 86.
And I already had a condition. It should have been 9.
Oh boy.
I too will be injured.
So you flip this thing on, and this massive bright light just completely bathes the entire garage area. Everyone's eyes just water from it. If you don't, those of you who fail your tests or not, you don't turn your head quickly enough. Those of you who do, you see it coming, you remember it from the video or from your time in the tent, and you know to cover your eyes and look away. The rest of you are just kind of caught unawares as this goes off. There's this loud rickety noise. You hear this intense like vibration sound, and some of you maybe like hold your stuff thinking that you just got radiated or something. But moments later, it goes away. Edward is healed. His cancer is gone. But moments later, you do hear.
I knew it. Look,
Dude, it worked.
I think I see something moving.
So I would say
Find
from what,
something big and heavy.
yeah. So
I can swing.
from what you can determine, this thing either powers them up or powers them down. Like you can,
Yeah.
you can definitely see based upon the controls, like this machine is some sort of like hive-based system to get them to turn on or turn off.
Maybe it does both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It literally can do both.
Let's try it. Look away this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All of you make a force test to withstand the radiation. No, you're fine. But yeah, all of you look away and you hear, and then it clicks to the ground. And then you no longer hear the tapping, as it does sound like confirmed the bug is no longer activated.
Wow, man. So whether they, are making the bugs or not, this is the hive battery for them.
Right. We can at least switch them on and off with this thing.
Well, I mean, more importantly, they're switching them on and off. So it's not
Yeah.
like they're trying to do cleanup. They're doing this.
Well,
They're
so
part of the process.
Yeah.
it
they're
only
part of
affects the ones that are like next to this machine, right?
Inside
Literally
of it.
within inside of it. I will point out though that and now with all these things happening, Levi, Nicholas, and Llewellyn, you saw them like spraying the cows and stuff inside the tent, and then you saw them like start like raking and pushing stuff up that fell off the ground, off the cows, and push them into the tray. I would say the three of you probably would conclude that they deactivated whatever bugs were screwing around with the cows.
On the cows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. But
Okay.
if you can repower them, then they're not just doing cleanup. That's all I'm saying. They're
Right,
either
if-
designed or they're doing it.
If it was just cleanup, they'd put them out permanently, right? They wouldn't have a tool to turn them back on.
It'd be destructive, just rather than powering them off.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe they're meant to be dumped in somebody else's yard, but not ours.
It's like a war, man. Like
Like, oops, our bugs got out on not our bad guys.
I know, that's what I'm wondering. Like, why? For what?
Iran Contra, man. That's what it all ties back to.
Like maybe somebody heard about all the killer bees that came into the US and now we're going to drop our own killer bugs somewhere else. Like it's paying it forward, but in a really bad way.
So
I don't know, man. I mean, the Berlin Wall's already down. They got that whole glasnost thing going over there. The Russians are cool now. I mean, and China's cool. So,
yeah, man.
who are they making this for?
You guys all pay way more attention to history class than I did.
Decades of peace are in front of us.
I don't know, man. Like what country is that dude with the scar and the cat from? Like that country.
Africa?
Maybe.
Neverland?
So I guess the question is did these bug begons dude make them and then they escaped and now they're shutting them down to round them back up? Or did something else release these and they're just trying to sweep it under the rug so no one knows this shit's happening?
Why would they even have them?
Government, does this equipment look like military that was given to Bugs Be Gone? Can we determine that?
Yeah, and I would say inspecting it, like Edward got the one success earlier, which allowed him to figure out how to use it. If you want to break this down even further, you're welcome to roll that, Nicholas. If you want to try to break it down, roll a tinker. It would be the best, I think, here.
Hey, look for stamp numbers, die numbers, anything that we can track back.
Okay, you start breaking this down. You start pulling off some of the pieces, some of the paneling and whatnot, metal kind of
Did
exterior.
You deactivate the bug first?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And as you're pulling it away, first you notice that some of the paneling is stamped property of US Army. Just same sort of that same kind of stamp that you're seeing on some of the pesticide containers, the tanks. So that's one thing you find. The second thing you find is that as you peel away the backside of this, you uncover the battery. But it's not like any battery any of you have ever seen before. It's not like a car battery. It's not like a Duracell. It's cylindrical, but it's this glowing orange tube. It looks like one of those vacuum bank tubes that were used in the 80s and the 90s to send checks into a teller, except it's adhered into the backside of this oven, this machine, and it looks to be removable. Like you could take it out and put it back in, but it's glowing. Like you see as Nicholas is breaking this down, his face just kind of suddenly turns like this orange New Jersey tan.
Is there any radiation or warning symbols around this?
Yeah, you do start to see that as you pull these things across. Like there's definitely warnings, like do not remove, do not break, etc.
Do not taunt happy power supply.
So take this out, put it in my backpack, and
does it look like it's dangerous just being near it, or does it seem like only tampering with it would be?
It looks like glowing or orange flavored Gatorade. So depends on your views towards orange flavored Gatorade, Nicholas. But yeah.
No, I was not sorry to interrupt, but I was going to say, so like if it's dangerous and it says don't break, if we take it with us and those dudes come after us again, just throw it at them.
Or threaten them with it.
Okay, sure. If we want to play slow ball here, but okay.
I assume if we want to live past throwing it.
Another thought I have, like, what if these bugs weren't made, but like, how when we got moved in the desert, we found that town that's from the other dimension? What if these bugs are from another dimension too? We need to find someone that we know hasn't shifted dimensions and ask them how they spell the Bear-Stained Bears.
I say we go after Chet.
Oh, I like that too.
He's deep into this.
We'll throw the glowing thing at him.
He doesn't give us answers.
Baseball bats, chainsaws myself. But,
do we want to take this glowing thing with us?
Yes, we do. You should grab that.
Okay.
Okay.
I will attempt to remove it.
Are there any shop rags or anything around?
With 2 successes, I'll say you can use your second success to take it with you. Go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Don't
No way this
bump
will go
into
wrong.
me.
I'm gonna need force tests from everybody every hour on the hour, please. It's fine.
Oh, I failed.
Am I starting to like bruise really easily? Feel nauseous?
No, you feel fine. You feel all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great.
you're feeling good. Feeling good. Okay. So I would say at this point, you guys have as best you can exhausted the garage exploration. Like you found this and broke it down. You feel fairly confident you exhausted the showroom as well. You're way out east in the valley, on the valley, 45 minutes east of town. This is the section to refresh your memory that Triple T Diner, gas station, radio station, Aaron's towing service, a little bit further down the road, the military base, and then further north around Lake Horion is Crystal Canyon as well. So I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to do anything else while you're out here, but it's about noon, 1 o'clock, we'll say, on the Sunday.
Levi, we should totally chat with your friend
Hmm.
at the radio station while we're out here. You're muted.
Yeah, I was. No, yeah, we should totally do that. That's a good idea. Gotta find out why he's not playing our shit.
Bastard.
That too.
Okay. All right, so you go ahead and get back in the car, and the car it's missing.
Allison's not sure if this is going to do anything, but she's going to go over to the diner and see if there's any like aluminum foil.
Yeah,
I was
you go
actually
in.
going to ask about taking the back panel that we took off of the thing with us, in case we could like wrap it around it to make like a little shield for it.
It's not that malleable of metal. It's more like a pan. Yeah, I don't think that one's that malleable, but I would say you can get some aluminum foil when you come up. She's still smiling at you all. She got a big tip. Steven, if you want, roll an investigation test. If you want to see if there's anything that you might be able to kind of grab and take you with you from the garage.
Okay.
Okay. We'll say that there's you definitely see some sort of like sunshades and things like for the vehicles, for the trucks, that are kind of metal and foldable, malleable, so you can grab those if you want. But in terms of the actual machine, it's pretty rigid. You also notice, by the way, that there are heavy gloves and masks, so you can always take some equipment if you want. It looks more like pesticide equipment. You're not sure if it doubles for you for handling this or not, but there's that as well.
Why
Can
not?
I search for like how? I imagine if they're changing these batteries out a lot, they probably have a way to store them and transport them. Can I look for like a box or something that's in there?
In here, you guys have searched this pretty thoroughly. Yeah, I would say you guys have searched the garage pretty thoroughly. You haven't found anything like that, no.
Depending on how dangerous it is, they may not be allowed to have more than one at a time.
So yeah, so I've got you guys as taking like a suit of pesticide protection equipment, whatever, hazmat type stuff, rubber gloves, aluminum foil, a metal foldable shade, the orange battery thingy, a garage opener that you found as well. And did you take anything else from the office?
No, we got a picture of their ledger book.
That's right, and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they
All
had
right.
a polo, I was going to take it. I'm collecting those now.
I'll say this: as you're looking around, you see a dirty polo, a Bugs Begone dirty. It's dirty. It hasn't been washed.
Perfect.
It stinks. It stinks pretty
Keys
bad.
and a remote were the other things we took.
Yeah, there's the garage door remote entry thing, and the keys got you into the garage.
Are we keeping the keys or are we leaving them?
Hell yeah.
I'd say keep them.
Just an
While we're
inconvenient-
stealing, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as they're not going to show up and be like, boy, our orange battery's missing.
Yeah, we're missing our battery. That's fine. But them keys, I had a really nice keychain on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so where are we headed next?
Great question.
Radio
Oh, radio
station's
station.
close.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, radio stations, like you can actually see it down the road. So you pop back into the car, you drive about a half mile down the road, maybe, because you can see the large tower that's right next to this small brown building when you pull up. So it's 108 WXYZ. And you pull up, it's one kind of blocky beige building, single story. You see this large radio tower that is fenced in. You can see that atop the roof of the building, there's like what looks like an umbrella, like a beach umbrella that's been set up, and you can see along one of the sides there's rows of what looks like Coors Light bottles that have been set up. You can see that there's one car in the parking lot. It's a very small parking lot. There's only room for maybe about 4 or 5 cars. And Levi, you would recognize it as the vehicle that your friend Mike Brewer drives. One thing you guys do notice as you pull in, because pulling into the employee lot seems fine. There's the fence around the tower, which is very, very tall, is fairly high itself, and it's got barbed wire around the top, and you can see it's got that, it's sort of reinforced in some way. But you pull up, you can see a door in front of you. It's glass, but it's blackish. It's kind of that like dark shaded. You can see the station manager's name is etched into it. Lois Phillips. Yeah, that's it. What you guys want to do?
Go in.
Okay. You go in. So as you're going inside, you can see that the front entrance has all sorts of like album posters on the wall and stuff. You see things, a lot of like 80s bands. You see some REO Speedwagon, some Hall & Oates, stuff like that. You see that there's some offices in like a small conference room off to your left. And then off to your right, you can see there's a heavy door with a small like slit of a window in it, vertical. And it's got like a warning up over top of it. And you think that way is kind of the way to sort of the studio room. And then right in the center is what looks like just a seating area. So it's like left, right is basically it. But as you're going in, you hear somebody on the roof too. And when you walk in, that sound of moving and shuffling around on the roof is sort of drowned out by the sound of the radio, which is going on inside of the lobby. And it currently sounds like they're playing some Billy Joel and Little Uptown Girl. And what do you guys want to do? And there's no one here. There's no one here to greet you. The door was completely unlocked as you came in here.
Straight to the recording area.
Okay.
Imagine
Is this a place that any one of us have been before very often?
God damn it, Joe. Go. say it again, Joe. Sorry.
Is this a place that any of us have been to before?
It's possible. I mean, would any of you have had reason to come to the radio station? Yeah, I mean, I mean, if you guys can make,
I would have.
Yeah, if you guys think your characters would have been here, you could say that. Otherwise, never.
Only if I'm dealing here.
It's not a very active area, so probably not. Like, there's not a ton of cross traffic.
Can I look for if there's like signs of forced entry or anything like that?
Sure. Roll investigate. Tool to Twitch makes a good point. If any of you did like a phone contest to try to get radio tickets or concert tickets, excuse me. So something like that might have happened, or
probably then, yeah, because I did that a lot myself in the 90s, so I'm sure that Levi in the 90s did as well. So okay.
You guys would know that the main DJ, that's like basically it's a very small radio station. A lot of it's automated. But during the day, like during the week itself, like the main DJ who's here is a guy named DJ Tricky. So that's his name. He's Ricky. He's Tricky Ricky Park, and he does the 9 to 5. And he's known for being a little bit of kind of a wackadoo, kind of a weirdo. Periodically, he has on like conspiracy theorist type guests and stuff. He's like, microwaves in your brain, man, you gotta be careful of that stuff, that kind of thing. But you don't hear his voice as the Billy Joel song changes over. You hear Mike Brewer's voice like, that was Uptown Girl from Billy Joel. We're gonna go ahead and run some commercials now. Gotta pay the bills, huh? But we'll be back with another uninterrupted half an hour block of music. Just after this, and he doesn't even get this out and automatically. I think he mistimed it, and so it cuts to commercial, and you hear like an Alka-Seltzer commercial come on or something.
Grab a random piece of paper and write "You suck" on it, and slap it against the window booth.
And he looks up and he sees the sign. He's like, oh, and he looks over at Levi and he's like, oh, like recognition. And he's like, oh, he starts talking, but you can't hear him because he's through a sound booth. Oh. And so he takes the headphones off and he gets up and he comes out of the booth. He's like, what are you doing here, man?
Where's the regular DJ, man?
Oh, yeah, he's had a bad trip. He's like on the roof.
Is that who's
again.
on the roof?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I think he lives up there.
That's kind of cool. Hey, so why the hell don't you ever play any of our shit, man?
I'm not even supposed to be on the radio, man. Like,
This is your perfect opportunity, man. Like,
yeah.
I know you got a cassette in your bag. Pull that thing out.
Oh man, she'll kill me though, man. She'll
her back.
literally kill me. Like
She's already going to kill you. You're not licensed to be on air.
Yeah, there's an age limit and the number of hours a day. I'm pretty
What?
sure you're violating all three.
What? Oh man. Oh no. What?
But the good news is if you haven't reached that quota yet, like we could fill in the other hours and like we split the hours across all of us.
That's true.
So if you peace out and you let us take over the rest of the hours, you're cool.
Yeah,
You want to
you won't. Yeah.
DJ? But
I mean,
what
we
did
don't
that
want you to
mean?
get in trouble.
You guys get in trouble? All right, someone's got to roll a charm here for this. This is some grade A bullshit. Who wants to roll it?
Mir
I'll roll it.
Llewellyn. Oh yeah,
Oh,
go
no.
for it, man.
I'll roll it. Yeah,
Okay.
Started it off.
Yeah, take
Um,
also take a +2 mod, one for Levi, one for Llewellyn,
Sure.
as they were contributing to this fiction.
Got a success.
Okay. He's like, it would be good to have someone to help.
Hey, it's the only way to make sure that you're, free and clear. FCC, that's a federal violation, man.
Yeah, man.
Federal. I
But
say pound you in the butt prison. Federal.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if you could say that on Twitch, man.
I just don't know like what bigger trouble I would get in if it's letting you guys do this alone or me doing it because she'll
Well,
she
what's the
can
option?
kill
The
people.
option is you just shut her down, and then there's like dead air.
Yeah.
Which is she going
That's
to be
even
more
worse,
mad at?
man.
No,
Dude, it's like a two-step process. Plausible deniability and then diplomatic immunity. One leads to the
Just
other.
I mean, your
diplomatic-
sponsors already paid for the airtime, man. If you don't air them, there's
I've
going to
been-
be problems.
I've been airing all the commercials, man. I know how to do it.
Yeah. But the problem is you're running out of your talking time, man. And then if you run out of talking time, you can't introduce commercials, which
thought
means
I
you
was-
can't run commercials.
But I was
How long
doing-
have you been talking, man?
like all morning, man. I even gave myself like a
Oh.
cool nickname. Did you hear it?
Oh,
Like DJ
man.
Brewmaster. Come on, like the
That's-
Brewmaster.
That's all right. The brewmaster.
like coffee?
Whatever, man. It works for Sunday. Okay.
Could've been the
All right.
brunch master. I mean, brunch is cool for Sundays.
If one of you, okay, all right, you guys, okay, you can help me out. Like Levi, you can load the new songs, and he kind of points you over to like a thing. Like they're all kind of loaded up. You just have to you got to hit it, and he's like basically asking you to be the tech. Like he's
Okay.
actually like the engineer. It's like you go sit over there. Like one of you can come in with me and like BS in between and stuff. Is anyone funny or clever?
Oh man, Steven's a hoot, man.
Oh no.
It's true.
Okay. All right, Steven, I'm gonna need some good material. And so he grabs you by the arm and starts pulling you inside as like you can hear like we're 30
Hey, is there
seconds
a key
back.
Is there a key to the roof? Maybe we can go talk the guy that's supposed to
was-
be on air.
There's-
Allison's
down.
plan.
There's just climb on top of the AC in the back. You can get up there. That's what he does.
Okay.
Yeah. We used to have a ladder, but I don't know where it went. They took it or something. Anyway, we gotta go.
So
Go ahead.
What
go
are
ahead.
the odds that I have one of our tapes on me?
I think pretty good.
Absolutely.
I think pretty good.
Alright.
Don't leave home without it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
totally put in one of the Scrag 121 tapes.
do you carry like a backpack or something with you most places you go?
Sure. Yeah.
Then absolutely you have a tape
Sure.
for sure. Okay. What is this song about that you play? Like what's
Uh,
the general theme?
So the song is Dusty Converts, but it's actually about getting my new Chucks dirty when I walk through the desert. But I thought changing it to Dusty Converts was better than just Dirty Converse. So it's pretty much all that it's about. Like, hey, there's a lizard man, don't you lose your fucking tail.
So they come back from commercial and like Steven, you're in the booth now. And he's like, headphones. There's dead air, and you just can
Do
kind
what
of
now?
whisper, hear him, headphones.
What?
Like,
I'm gonna be like unprofessional as I'll get out.
welcome back to 108 WXYZ. This is DJ Brewmaster. I got my partner in the booth. Say hello.
Hello.
This is DJ. Dude, what's your name? What's your DJ name?
Gray.
DJ Gray? Yeah, and we're gonna power you through another 30-minute block of easy listening and light rock. Oh, well, looks like
There it is.
what's your favorite musician there, DJ Gray? Like you would.
The one that we heard sometime today, probably.
Oh, dude, we can't play the same song so soon. Like there's rules. There's blocks.
The one that we haven't heard earlier today. Then
Elton John. I too like Elton
Yeah.
John. Yes, let's let's play some Rocket Man. Levi, go ahead and hit Rocket Man.
I'll play my song.
And then your song comes on. There's like really like kind of grungy power chord opening that does not sound like Rocket Man. Like what are you doing, man? What are you? And again, all you hear is, and then he's like, oh yeah, he hits the button. What are you doing? Into like a microphone. Oh god, I'm gonna die. She's gonna kill me. Oh my god.
Oh, good, man.
Okay, so this is going on for, I imagine, is it a long song?
Oh, it's like 7 minutes. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, that's even worse. This poor guy.
Yeah.
This poor kid. Okay, what do you guys want to do? You got 7 minutes while this is
There was
happening.
climbing to be done.
Okay, so
Yeah.
who's going outside?
Allison for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Llewellyn.
I'm going to stay in just so I can guard the engineer booth and keep him from getting in and making me change the song.
I'm going up. If
Okay.
somebody will give me a hand.
All right.
Yeah. I'll maybe go up first so I can lend a hand down.
Okay. Nicholas, what are you gonna do? Steven's got a job. Levi's got a job. Nicholas, what do you want to do?
I think I want to help. I want to investigate up on the roof as well. So I
Okay.
can-
All right. So all
Head
four
up
of you go
there.
up. It's easy enough. You don't have to worry about any climb check here. You literally go into the back and you climb on top of the AC. You just kind of reach up and just pull yourself up, Llewellyn. It's not easy. You help everybody else up one at a time, but it's an easy enough climb. And when you get on top of the roof, you can see that there's all sorts of these small, like almost homemade dishes and satellites and stuff that have been just sort of all over the place here and there. You see like coat hangers and stuff that have been that have been extended in like old rabbit ears from TV from TV signals. You see like there's all sorts of numbers sprayed or written in chalk all over the place. There's that where I mentioned that there was like the beach umbrella. You can see that there's laying in a patio chair that's been unfurled and it's kind of tipped over on its side. You can see that there's a man probably in his late 40s, maybe 50s. He's got what looks like some kind of Hawaiian t-shirt, like a Tommy Bahama thing, but it's not completely buttoned, and he is like sprawled out of the chair, and his face is just smacked down on the concrete of the roof, and it looks like he's just
Has he got any like beer or beverage near him?
Yeah, you see this big old igloo cooler, this big red one. It's got, I mean, it's like beach party size. You pull it open, you can see that there looks to be one unbroken 6-pack of Coors Light, and then there's also some Bartle and James, but there's 2 missing from the 4-pack.
I unhook on Bartle and James, take a chug, hand it back, and then I pop a bottle of beer and I just waterboard him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh my God, not cool. Oh, what?
Yeah, you know that you're supposed to be on air like hours ago.
What? Be on air, man. I can't be air. What's wrong with you?
Just like take a look at his eyes. Like, is this guy like definitely drugged out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
red. Like there's like no whites left. It's just red.
I want to look around to see if I've got any idea what he's been taking. Like, is this an injectable? Is this a pill?
Yeah, go ahead, roll investigation as you look around. But he's like, whoa, who are you people? Are you like, oh, you're from the government, huh?
No way, man. We've been dodging the government. That's why we came here for you.
What?
We need your help.
You need my help?
Totally.
Okay, with what?
We don't know yet, man. But there's like these towers and like these sandstorms and like these like robot bugs.
What?
And this signal from your station goes in and out sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, what were you taking, man?
I did some peyote, I think, yesterday. Was it
Yesterday.
last night? What day is today?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, I did it this morning. Unless it's next Sunday? What's the date?
Oh wow, he's gonna be out for the rest of the day.
You can tell he's
He's
pretty hit, but
Yeah.
oh man, it's good. I'm all right. I can help.
What are these
Thanks.
numbers? And I point to
Where?
the chalk numbers.
He looks down. I don't know where those came from. I sometimes I hear
Look
them.
at his fingers. They got chalk on
Yeah,
them.
there's chalk all over him. Chalk all over him.
You hear him sometimes? Like, do you hear him like on the radio, or do you like hear it like, you know, inside?
I am the radio, man.
Oh, it's playing right now.
Oh, and he
On
looks
another
around.
day, I would question that.
He looks around and he sees like there's like this little Casio like boombox thing, and it's not working. And he looks, oh right, and you guys hear as Levi's Scrag's what's your name? Scrag 121. What's it?
Scrag 121.
Scrag 121 song is going on. And he's like, what the fuck is this?
That's what happens when you don't do your job.
Righteous, man. This is way better than the crap that we normally have to
Yeah.
play. Who the frick listens to Peter Cetera anymore, man? Like, this is absurd.
Oh, that's a hate crime. Oh,
Ugh. Why are you on the roof?
We told you we've been hearing your stations going in and out, especially during like dust storms. Thought maybe you might have some information.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about like, you know, dust storms or nothing, but you know, like, there's stuff going on though. That's for sure. There's
Like
stuff.
what?
When did you first notice the stuff?
I was 22. I was a college DJ. Arizona State University, man. It was the 70s. It was a time. Free love, man. Wait, no, that wasn't the 70s. I remember. Yeah. That's when I first realized, man. What do you see when you look out there? What do you see? And he just like points like in a random direction, and you see like, well, there's the, you know, the mountains and stuff to the north.
Well, the question is, what are you seeing and hearing, man? I mean, we actually just came here as a courtesy. The men in black, they're right behind us, and they're gonna like take everything out of your head with a corkscrew. We thought we'd come in and try and save you first, but this is it, man. If you can't get cleaned up and tell us what you know, they're gonna do it the hard way.
You guys ever wondered if everything around you was real?
Of course it's not.
It's a simulation, man. Everything around, this is all fake. Those mountains, those aren't mountains, man. Those aren't mountains. Those are fake. You just see them with your eyes. You can't even touch them now, man. You don't know.
Yeah, but who told you that?
It's just something you learn with time. Like, you'll see when you get older, Like, you'll see. You start seeing the cracks, in between everything. The cracks. Man. You guys got to get out of here before they show up. It's all right, man. It's okay. I've lived a life. What's that?
Who's going to show up?
You just said the men in black are coming, man.
They're coming, man. They're coming, I'm telling you.
Oh, no. They're coming for that girl is what they're doing. About what happened to her, that's what it is, man. They're coming for what happened to her. I had nothing to do with it, man. Nothing to do with it.
You know about it.
Yeah, but like I can't like erase it from my head or anything. I mean, they can do that, but I can't.
Yeah, so you need to share it. You need to share it before they take it all out of your head. Otherwise, you're going to be the last one to know what happened to that girl.
Okay. That's a good point. You gotta spread the word. That's a weird word. Have you ever tried world? That L really complicates things, doesn't it? Anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Like there was a girl, she worked here with that other guy with the voice, whatever his name is. Anyway, I saw it, man. She just went like just disappeared, like right in front of me, man. Like she was there, and then she was like computer stuff then, like the digisphere. Like that's a thing, right? Like the digital sphere.
Well, what happened to the guy?
What got? Oh, I think Mikey. Yeah, Mikey's still here.
Yeah, was he there when she disappeared?
He was inside, man. Like
So you're the only one who saw it.
Yeah, it was up here listening, and I saw her, like, the storm was going. She, like, drove and, like, a robot, man. 30 feet tall, man. 30 feet tall.
Yep.
Just looked right down at her, man. And she went poof, man. She was dust.
Dude, look over the edge. Look down at that car down there. Look at the front of the car.
He looks, and then he falls off the fucking roof.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, I killed him.
And he's just laying around on the ground next to your car.
Okay, he's not dead.
Whoa. Why are you guys on the roof? As he calls up at you looking down.
Oh,
How far did he fall off?
Since he's down there, rifled through his stuff.
Like 10, 12 feet. Yeah, you start going through his stuff. Yeah, you find like about 17 composition notebooks of various degrees of age and like wetness. That inside of it is just his manifesto, where he's just writing out everything. You find what looks like a small little book as well. Not a composition, but this one's nice. It's a kind of leather bound. You open it up, it's got poetry in it, like song lyrics, stuff like that. You can see that it looks like he's got between like these two exhaust panels over there. He's got what looks like some kind of toaster oven, and there's a hole in the roof, and there's like a cord with an extension cord going down through the ceiling into the radio station somewhere. Let's see what else he has. He has keys. There's this big old ring of keys. There's like 50 keys on it. And his wallet. But when you open it up, it's got a picture of him, but it doesn't have the name like Richard Park. It has like some kind of random, like sort of weird composition of names. It's like Tommy Thompson, and it doesn't mention Arizona. It's like mentioned like Pennsylvania or something. It doesn't look like a real ID. Looks like it looked like you would be able to tell looking at it. Like this is some phony nonsense. And there's no cash in it whatsoever, but there is a Sears card.
Allison's gonna go back down while they're going through and stuff.
Okay.
In his notebooks, are they dated?
No, not at all. But you could kind of date them relative to their age.
Go back to where she disappeared.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna start flipping through them. Inside, the lengthy Scrag 121 song finally ends, and you hear Mike Brewer looks over. He's like, "Okay, you're gonna take this one. You take this one. Okay, go." He's like waiting for Steven to say.
Muted. He's muted in the studio too.
It's like, say something. Be clever.
DJ Gray coming at you with another song music. And also you. Yeah,
that DJ Greg just wonder with words, right? Hey, DJ Gray, you're funny. Why don't you tell everybody a joke? And you hear like a big gulp as he
The radio was on in the woods and no one is there to hear it. Does it make a sound?
I don't know, Levi. What do you think? Does it make a sound? What does he think? What? And he's
I
like,
think you should all tune in to our next song from Scrag 121. I present to you the Rug Buffalo and Me. And I start the song.
And the Rug Buffalo and Me starts going and playing. So Llewellyn, you're looking down. Allison, you're looking down. He's just like, oh, and he's like getting up. He's using your car to climb. He's like, hey man, what happened to your car? Like, oh.
Robot, man. That's what I was gonna have you look at. Like, the front of my car, poof.
That sucks, man. That sucks. Nicholas, what are you doing? You're around outside too, aren't you?
Yeah. Does he look injured at all? I wanted to do a
big
medical test on him.
There's like blood all over his face. He cracked his
body's
skull.
so relaxed from the drugs that he was perfectly fine on impact.
He's bleeding down the side of his face, but he's getting up. He doesn't even seem to notice it.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem too useful how drugged out he is. Was there anything in particular that we needed him to do?
Yeah. Hey, which way was she driving when you saw that happen?
And he's like, 1 second. 1 second.
Got it.
He's like looking like he's really calculating. That way. And he points back to town. She was going that way. And it's like this really flamboyant, like he's pointing with both arms and his whole body. He's like doing a squat, like he's doing a yoga pose. There. That's the way she went. And the robot dude. There. And he's like pointing to the north, and it just came down, man. I've seen him before. No one listens to me, man. No one. But they're in charge, man. The robots are in charge, and we're just living in their world, you know?
What about the people inside the robots?
Whoa. There are people inside the robots?
Yeah, man. Like,
and he's just like, he starts to just sit down in your car. Like, whoa, hang on. There are people inside the robots.
mm-hmm.
There are robots inside the people. He thinks he's really got something for a second, and then it just sort of goes off in a different direction.
I don't know. There's like robot bugs that have bitten people. What if a robot bug bit a person inside a robot?
Robot bugs. Robot bugs. There are robot bugs? He's like, that's it.
Yeah, man.
Tell me everything you know. He's just like, he's in awe of you at this moment.
Allison's gonna run down, so this isn't like a rooftop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably.
They're just
go
shouting
down
up
there.
and down. Edward, you start
Yeah.
going through the notebooks. You find it's just the scrawling of an idiot. Like, it's just this nonsensical stuff, but you do manage to track. It's like around Halloween, it looks like. There's like a 3-page rant about costumes. And like, what's the point of costumes, man? We're all just wearing masks anyway. Why do we gotta wear 2? Why don't we have a day like Halloween 2 where we all just take our masks off? That's what we should do. And then he gets into this he's like, I saw poor Alice, man. Mikey's gonna be so sad. She's with the simulation now. She's just poofing. She's dust in the wind. Oh, that's a good song lyric. I gotta write that down. He's like writing
That's
in
all
the
we are.
and so he's just starting to write out literally dust in the wind lyrics, and he's like, this is great. This is good. This is all right. But
Right,
yeah,
wow.
it describes, so like she drove away. It seems like she kind of ran into a robot in the middle of a dust storm, and like just got poofed. Keeps using that word, poof.
Have you ever tried to listen to the robots?
No, man. There's too much signal noise. You know? There's these frequencies, man. They come into the tower, man, and we don't know where they're from, and they're just like bombarding us. You know, there's so many radio signals and other waves that are just being pushed into you like every second of every day. Like right now, there's probably like 100 signals that are just going through you. That's how it works.
But it's been particularly more noisy with all the robots and the...
Well, it's been noisy since the Miss Phillips kind of makes this weird face. Got her friends to improve the radio tower.
When did that happen?
What day is today?
Sunday.
It wasn't today.
Snakes.
Was it back in October?
What month is it?
November? It would have been around the time that they should have done Face Off Day.
Face Off Day. Face Off Day. Face Off. I've got an idea for a movie. He's like looking around. I need.
Oh no.
This is Michael Bay before he became. He says maybe. I think it was before that, but maybe. It's like it was really hot, like summer hot, so probably sooner.
Okay.
But yeah, they were like climbing on that thing like monkeys. He's like pointing up at the tower, like using both of his hands as if he's holding it up himself.
I go look at the tower and see if I find any more like U.S. Army stamps. Any of the equipment
Okay.
they have up there?
So you go up to it, and remember, it's a very high fence. The whole tower is fenced off, and there's what looks like a fairly heavy duty gate around it, basically, and it's got what looks like anti-climb hooks and barbed wire at the top. And you can tell this looks actually really new when you look at the building itself and some of the other things. Like, this is really, really new by comparison. Go ahead and roll an investigation if you want to
2 successes.
peek around. Okay. You don't notice like U.S. Army stamps or anything like that, but you do notice. You do notice that There's like one big utility ladder that goes up the middle of the tower itself, and you can see that there's a series of like these little balcony step offs, and there's these black boxes, these large black boxes that have been anchored to various portions of the that kind of stand out to you. It almost looks like the same construction as the machine that you guys just found inside the garage, like the same kind of metal paneling and everything on them. It's not the same shape, but it's definitely the same construction. Yeah.
It's interesting. And if you said that happened a while ago, that's weird for the timeline.
I mean, from the way the guys were talking inside the robot, this is just like a very mundane job for them, which means they've probably been doing it for a while. Why would he?
I want to ask him if he has the key to get in.
Yeah, I've got keys to everything, man. Everything.
No, you mean these?
He has keys to everything, man. I mean, not my home because I got foreclosed and they repoed my car. So like, there's keys there, but they're not going to be useful to you. But like to the radio. 1 second. To the radio station. To the gate. Yeah. And other things, you know. I've never thrown a key away in my life.
Which one goes to the gate?
The silver one.
Which silver one goes to the gate?
Half of them are silver. I think it's got a round head.
Try and start with like the newest looking key.
Yeah. And that actually works really well. As you use the newest looking key, it's the perfect fit. You turn the key, it unlocks. The door opens up. I am reading Chuck's lyrics to his Skag 21 song in chat. Oh my God. Meet my meat. It can't be beat, 'cause I taught it to speak. Oh boy. But Nicholas, you open the door, you open the gate, and you can access the tower now.
Okay. I want to investigate these black boxes, see what they're doing.
Okay. So you start climbing up.
See if I can try and.
Okay. Meanwhile, inside,
that.
song comes off. Sky 21 song comes off. How long was that one, Chuck?
It was only like 6.5 minutes, so significantly shorter.
So you've been here for about 15 minutes. So that ends.
Really,
and
that album's a concept album, right? Each song is like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
It's like Grateful Dead jam band stuff. Like it feels like just you never really know where the song starts or ends. It is. This song just is.
It is. It just is.
So hey, DJ Gray, did you hear the one about the music engineer who couldn't play the right song on air?
No, I didn't yet.
Yeah.
Do you have that one? I don't.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, Levi. What's next on the docket for us?
Next up is Rocket Man. No, I'm just kidding. It's Skag 121. Meet my meat.
Oh God. I don't know if that's one's radio suitable. Speaking of Rocket Man, there, Stephen. I hear you once did time as a roadie with Elton John back in the 80s. Just what was that like? That must have been a hell of an experience.
What?
Oh,
Make that joke. I don't know if I can make that joke. I'll make that joke in chat.
Just
I'll
to be
have the censor button ready.
You carried his boxes and stuff and brought him on stage. No?
I think you're thinking of a different Steven.
Okay. It's going great. Play the song, Levi.
You got it.
And then Meet My Meat goes on the radio. Oh God, this poor radio station's never going to be able to play random songs again. All right, up on the roof. I think Edward's still around. Edward, is there anything you're looking for inside of the books?
After I've tossed this off, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing interesting there, I'm just going to head off towards the gate in the tower with the rest of them.
Okay. So you guys climb up. You take a look at these. Take a look at these boxes. Yeah, you can definitely tell that they're the same sort of construction material, same sort of paneling, same coloring, kind of this matte, dark gray, almost black. You can see that. Let's see. One of them has a key hole in it. You just kind of go through. Takes a moment or two, but eventually, Nicholas, you find the right one, and it flips open almost like a barbecue hood. And Edward, you watch as it opens up, there is this complex display. There's this small little TV monitor built into what looks like this huge console. There's some sort of additional meter that's kind of being triggered as if it's it looks like it's just tracking like frequencies and things like that. It looks like a fairly complicated piece of computer tech. It doesn't look like a traditional desktop computer. It doesn't look like traditional radio interface or anything like that. This is something else. You're not entirely sure what this is, but if somebody wants to roll a tinker.
Well, I definitely want to check this out. You guys mind if I roll it?
Yeah. If you assist Nicholas, Edward, take a +1. Okay. That is the exact amount you need to mess with this. All right. So as you start going through it, from what you can tell...
Whoa, it's got RISC processors.
So what you can tell is that it's... It seems to be taking in various signals and redirecting them to another location. With 2 successes, you can tell that it seems like there's, as you're kind of going through some of the display, you can see that there's input data as you move to different screen. There's 8 different signals that it's apparently tracking. And it seems to be redirecting those signals to a receiver somewhere nearby.
So is there another small antenna that it's doing this with, or is it using the radios?
It looks like it's using the radio tower.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, there's 8 specific signals. They all look like they don't look like just a pure radio signal. They look like they're carrying. There's some sort of more kind of carrier data on top of them.
Sure.
But
I'll tell you what, though, I can probably figure out what megahertz rating it's set for, and I can dial it into my Walkman.
Okay.
And kind of use it to track by strength of signal.
Okay. What's your end goal with this?
Be able to figure out where it's broadcasting to. Like, it's going to have a range.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say that once you kind of make that adjustment to your own gear, you start moving around a bit. I would say that you are able to localize that there seems to be a receiver somewhere kind of inside the radio station somewhere.
Inside the radio station, yeah. So I want to use it as kind of like a direction finder.
Yeah, and so
it'll help me get to it.
Okay, so as you realize it's taking you inside, you go inside and you, instead of turning right towards where the specific studio is, this seems to be taking you left into the offices area.
Okay. Well, we got all the keys.
You do. You have all the keys. Nicholas, are you going with them?
Yeah.
All right. So you go downstairs, or you get off the tower, and you go inside. At this point, we're halfway through Meet My Meet, and like 20 something minutes in, and you go through a variety of different keys. It's one of the older keys, but you managed to open it up, and you can see that there's what looks like there's 3 rooms back here. One of them looks to be some kind of small conference room. that has windows that cut out and look into the lobby. One of them seems to be station manager's office that is also locked. And then there looks to be some kind of like break room, refrigerator type stuff, like in a small kitchen, an assortment of snacks and things like that. And there's also a bathroom offset to that. So there's kind of another door there. When you look into the conference room, you can see that the conference room has all sorts of boxes stacked up on top of it, like if you think like a big like business accounting boxes type of thing. There are all sorts of stacked up, and you see stacks and stacks of reams that have been of paper, printouts of some kind. When you're back here, Edward, you can hear the sound of kind of a dot matrix printer going through the door of the station manager's office. What would you guys like to do? And where's Llewellyn and Allison at this point too?
Allison was kind of still hanging out by the guy. She grabbed like a t-shirt or something and tried to kind of wipe the blood off of him since he just didn't seem to notice.
Okay.
She wanted to ask him if he remembered, because the first dust storm, there was like 6 hours of like a dial tone on the radio. I want to see if like he was working that day, if he remembers like what happened.
Yeah. I was working. I'm always working, sorta, you know? Yeah, that was one of them days we had a crew out, one of her crew, you know? They come by every now and then. They got to make calibrations or something, they said. I don't know. But they were here, and they were doing stuff to the tower. And then Mikey and Alice were supposed to do the thing with the paper where the thing that rips them apart, the ripper,
the
shredder, like that ninja guy. And yeah, something happened, and one of them robots, no one else saw this, but one of them robots was like loose, and they were like wandering about around the outside of the tower. And then I saw like these 3 trucks come up and everything, and suddenly the people that were up in the tower were scrambling down it all crazy like, and one of the trucks got slammed right through the fence and hit the base of the tower, and then we were out. No signal for a bit.
That was crazy.
I never seen the manager so angry. It's great. It's a great time. I hate her.
What do they wear, those guys that come to do the work?
You know, clothes.
Like, do they have uniforms or like logo on a polo shirt or something?
No. They got like black pants and like black shirts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Black sunglasses and black hats. Black boots.
Got it.
I think probably black socks, but they kept their shoes on.
That's fine.
You said they could make you forget all this too.
Yeah, man, they can just do it, you know?
So crazy. Like a bunch of men in black just show up and crazy shit happens and they make you forget everything.
That's what I mean. If they're coming now, your friends, they're coming now. If they're coming now, man, you guys don't want to be here for that, man. Just saying. So the song inside goes off, and we come back. Hey, welcome back to 108 WXYZ. This is DJ Brewmaster in the gray. Woo! Taking you through another half an hour of easy listening on a Sunday. Got anything to contribute there, Steven?
Hey there, DJ Brewmaster.
Hey there, Levi. What do you got ready for us this time? What well-known radio song from...
Yeah, don't worry about that yet, man. Like, why are fish so easy to weigh?
Why are fish so easy to weigh, Levi?
Because they use the metric system, man, and that takes us into our next Skag 121 song.
No,
I want to kilometer you in the face.
Oh God! Oh God! It's got F-bombs. Oh God, Steven, get on the depths to that button. You gotta hit the button whenever you hear it. And, oh crap! I'm still on live mic. He turns off the mic. You guys are free to do anything else you want, by the way. It's at the radio station.
No, I'm good with this.
Okay. See, Dan's contributions are fit. It reminds me of like Major League. You ever see those movies, Major League? Oh god, in terms of best color man in the business. All right, Edward, you go into the offices. Okay, in Nicholas, I believe, right? The two of you guys are going into the office.
Yep.
Okay, so you head into the office. You can see, first of all, that there is a very large dot matrix printer set up in the corner, and that seems to be printing out into what looks like a large catch tray at the bottom. And it's just sort of folding. It's like a continuous paper stream. And after about 3 minutes, it stops printing, and then it's like it's waiting for something. You can see that in the room itself, it looks to be very organized, very clean. It's a far cry from what was up on top of the roof. Looking around, you can see that there's very few personal adornments anywhere. Like there's a big desk here, but there's no like pictures out on the countertop. You do see there's a shelf above her desk where there's like two things on it. One is a worn copy of Carl Sagan's Contact, and the other looks to be a cactus succulent with like some sort of pinkish flower. And you see on the desk, Edward, is a very fancy looking computer. Nicholas, you see this as well.
Okay. Does it look similar to the one that we saw on the tower, or different?
It definitely doesn't look like any computer you guys have used personally. It certainly has the kind of look of what was on the tower. It's larger screen, much bigger screen. You can tell. It doesn't look to currently be on. You can see that these heavy duty headphones that are plugged into what looks like a large box, and then the monitor is kind of sitting on top of it. And these big old heavy duty like noise canceling type headphones are sitting right in front of it. And you can see that there's a light beeping like boop, doop, 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 over and over again at the base of the computer itself.
I want to pull off the last stream that just printed out on the dot matrix and see what's on it.
Okay. Yeah, so you pull it out and you can see that it's a list. It's like 2 columns worth of numbers. And there's 3 columns. 2 columns of numbers, like these long, like out to about 10 different decimal points. And then you can see the 3rd column, match, no match, match. And then there's a break. And then it basically says like tower 1, tower 2, tower. And so each one of those lists of frequencies are broken out into different towers. Like there's tower 1, and then there's about 20 different frequencies. Then there's tower 2, 20 different frequencies. And each one of those frequencies has a like there's 2 of them that like looking like they're matching up, and the 3rd column is assessing whether or not they matched or not.
Interesting. Is the frequency that's broadcasting from the tower listed on here?
So the broadcasting from or broadcasting to this?
Well, both.
Okay, so yeah, you're seeing. Yeah, you do see that. Like this does seem to be like the reception of what's the signals that the tower was taking in is redirecting to here.
Okay, and what does it say in the 3rd column for it?
Oh, no match.
No match. Okay.
And so you can see each one of these blocks of like 20 frequencies. Almost all of them are matches, but there's like usually 2 or 3 that aren't.
I want to look for a map.
Okay.
And here somewhere.
Okay, you like a physical map. Yeah. If you start going through her stuff, like there's a drawer. You go into the drawer, look through some things, basic office stuff. You do find a photograph, but that's about it. And you don't find any physical map anywhere.
Okay. going to sit on her desk or like sit in her chair.
Mhm.
Just take a moment to look at her desk
Mhm.
and decide, if I were an idiot that can't remember my password and username, I turn upside down the cactus plant
Mhm.
to see if
Nothing.
it's there.
Nothing there. Yeah, you look around and you there's just so little to go on. There's not like I'll tell you this. Roll a comprehend or investigate.
Okay, I'll do. It's the same roll. So
Search with him once I see what he's doing too.
Okay,
to
so you're kind of go through it.
access.
Take a plus, or you can either roll your own or you can take a bonus, whatever you prefer.
If you've got it
I'll-
good, why don't we do two different things? I'll roll a comprehend to try and get her mind space, and you can do an investigate to try and search for stuff.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm better at investigate.
Okay, I like that.
All right, so one success.
I'm gonna use my shame.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Edward, there's two things in here that look used. One is the photograph inside the drawer, and then one is that copy of Carl Sagan's Contact up on the book, or up on the bookshelf. Nicholas, you take it down, you start kind of flipping through it, looking, just kind of seeing if there's any. There's like various, there's various like dog-eared pages here and there, and you take a moment as you go through, and there's a couple words that are actually underlined, and you realize it's the same one over and over again, and it's Signa A, which is a plot point from the book. I'm not sure if any of your characters would have read it, but you see like it's just kind of underlined here and there. And if anything, if she's the type of person who leaves her password like an idiot in searchable space, this is probably the most likely thing.
Give it a shot.
Okay, so you go ahead and you turn on the monitor. You see password. It's like a DOS. It's like a DOS prompt. Type it in, and you and then directory display all of a sudden, and you do seem to get access to it. Let's switch over then to outside, where Allison and Llewellyn, you're still with DJ Tricky. Is there anything else you guys are wanting to do with him?
What else we should be doing?
If not, you guys can roll an investigate test.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the ramblings of someone who's only half with it.
Investigate.
2 successes.
Okay.
Yeah. Investigate powers activate.
Both of you notice a few miles to the east, you see 2 large black trucks on the road, moving at a relatively quick pace. Like it's a ways out. It's a couple miles out. It's a very flat road, very empty highway. And you see these 2 large vehicles that resemble the same type of vehicles you saw when you guys were at the summer camp, and that they threw Nicholas in the back of.
Oh shit. I'm going to get the engine started, and we should run until those people get going.
And I'm going to have a chat with our friend here, and I'm going to say, so if you look over there, the men in black trucks are coming, just like they said. What I want you to do is I want you to go back up on the roof and pretend like you've been sleeping this whole time. You haven't seen anybody. You've just been sleeping.
Wait,
Got it? I'm going to help you out.
This isn't a dream? Holy shit, I thought this was a dream, man.
Not a dream. Let's go. But you've been sleeping. Nothing happened. You've been on the roof. You've been sleeping.
Why am I bleeding? What the hell, man?
And I'm just using my t-shirt to just kind of clean up as much blood as I can.
All right, I'm going to need you to roll a force test to try to help him up, because he's pretty out of it. And Llewellyn, you notice one other thing, by the way, or whoever got the second success, but since she's doing it, Llewellyn, you can have it. Off to the west, you see another vehicle kind of speeding down the highway coming towards you guys as well. So you got 2 vehicles coming from military side of the area, and you got another vehicle speeding down the highway from the west from town.
Okay, so I'll run in and just yell at people. All right, so the Men in Black are coming, and also probably there's a really angry manager coming.
So Meet My Meat, how long was that one? Or no, what was the new one again?
That one was I Want to Kilometer Your Face.
I Want to Kilometer Your Face. So we're at least into 30 plus minutes, I think, at this point of like Scrag music, Scrag 121 music. I think Llewellyn, your suspicion is likely correct at this point. 30 minutes is a decent amount of time if someone's driving fast enough to probably get here from town if they really wanted to, and much less time for somebody to get here if they're coming over from the military base, which is far closer. You would probably conclude safely that maybe one car is coming for one reason and another car is coming for a different reason. Who knows? So you shout that out. Levi, you would be able to hear it because you're in the engineering room. Stephen, you wouldn't necessarily hear it as the song comes off. And it's like, oh, it's so, it's real nice to sit here with a partner, but that was a fun block of brand new music from a local band, up and coming.
Hey, DJ Brewmaster, I got to cut you off there. DJ Gray and I have an important meeting to make, but we aren't going to leave you hanging.
Sponsors? I got to.
Yeah, screw sponsors. The next song up from Scrag 121 is the Harry Palm Springs.
No. The last 30 minutes of music is sponsored by Ham's Meats Company.
I'll cue up the song and then leave the booth and then signal for Steven to follow.
This song's brought to you by Ham's Meats, American protein for an American audience. Thank you. And he's kind of freaking out. What are you doing, Steven?
I'm looking at it's like, are these headphones grounded well?
So you run out. Levi, Llewellyn, Allison, Edward, Nicholas, what are you guys doing inside of the office?
Can we hear any of that?
Yeah. I don't think you guys close the doors too much or anything.
I just want to just unplug the computer and take it.
Okay. Between the two of you, I think you probably could both do that. So yeah, you guys go ahead and you unplug everything. All sorts of cords you're unplugging, not just the ones that are connecting monitor to actual motherboard or whatever, but also like to printer that's coming in. So. Yep. But you grab both of that. You have them, and you're running out. I want. I gotta roll a die here really quick. Okay. So everyone's in the lobby. Llewellyn, where you said you were warming up the car.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the car and you got the car going. The rest of you come out. You see that Llewellyn has already got the car going. How did your force test go to get up onto the roof there, Allison?
I pushed it so that I succeeded.
Okay, so you get up. While you're up here, you have a really good view, and you can see that there's two of these black SUVs that are probably at this point you would put it at maybe 3/4 of a mile to a mile away. You look off to the west towards town, and you can see what just looks like a dark sedan coming in from that direction, but it's speeding like something fierce. You hop down. Do you hop down and just hop from there like into the car, or?
I took injured for what happened because I pushed, so we can say that I tried to do that and like twisted my ankle.
Okay.
On the dismount.
All right, sounds good. Everyone climbs in. Does anyone want to do anything else? You're on the clock here.
Is there another car in the lot?
Yeah, there's one other car. It's Mike's.
We have his keys.
I don't think you have his keys.
Not Mike's.
Okay, good enough. Let this pile into the one car and let's get out of here.
All right. Llewellyn, where are you going?
Basically, I'll intentionally actually let it like do the little drift thing around so it spins and just kick up a bunch of dust and then go in a different direction.
Okay. So it's a highway that's an east-west running highway, and you know that like a 1/4 mile back to the west is the Triple T and all those other things. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the east? You want to go to the west, or do you just want to drive off into the desert?
I was about to say, like, there's like how far away from like some of the salt flats and whatnot where sometimes folks race.
The salt flats is on the complete opposite side of the valley. Okay. Yeah, like you guys are.
But yeah, I think going uncharted is actually the way to go.
Okay. So
I'm not a
Allison-
smart man.
Allison got a good look of what directions they're coming from,
Mm.
so we should go in a different direction.
Well,
You've
they're
got
coming from both
they're
directions
coming
on
from
that.
both. You have military
Yeah.
vehicles coming from the military base off to the east, and you've got this other speeding sedan. Now, it could just
Yeah,
be
actually,
a
who
random
cares about the
person.
sedan? Let's
Yeah,
just speed
let's
past
go in
the
that
sedan.
direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
If I
right.
had to take my chances, I'd go for the sedan.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still gonna totally do the stupid spin out, kick up a bunch of dust,
Okay.
and then go towards the sedan.
Go ahead, roll a move test for to
I
see
will.
to see how this stunt goes and how
This
you
is-
drive off it.
This is
Oh,
a very
goodness.
smart idea.
It's a brilliant.
But fortunately, it's my car. That's my thing. Yeah.
It is your thing.
Yeah.
So I would like you with 3 successes to tell me how you spin out of this parking lot and manage to get past this sedan that as they see you coming tries to turn and block the road. Like it literally tries to do a force block road. How do you get around Llewellyn?
So we did get the dude back up there, but then as I'm kicking up all the dust, like, oh man, a sandstorm. And he comes over, check it over, and he falls on top of the sedan.
So he falls down onto the hood of the sedan. You see it kind of bend back a little bit. This woman with kind of a close cropped, like kind of grayish blonding, blonde gray hair, like leans out. It's really tight and almost looks like a military cut. And she's like, Ricky, what the hell are you doing? As she screams out at them, get off the car, get off the car. And he's like, what? Oh my God. Am I sleeping again? And she's just yelling at him like crazy. She gets out of the car and tries to pull him physically off. And by this point, you guys are well out of the parking lot. You're traveling east. Now, it is a straight shot road. There's a couple small little offshoots here and there. This is not the most populated portion of the valley. What are you looking for? Where are you looking to go? As looking in your rear view mirror, you see that one of those vehicles behind, one of them turns off into the radio station parking lot. The other one continues on the highway.
Like after us.
It seems that way.
Yeah, so I got good news and bad news. They are not going to catch us. The bad news is I have no clue where to go.
Man, like when in doubt, take a left.
Can we go
No,
up?
hold on a minute.
But-
So where are we on the endurance map? Oh, there's the radio station. So we're heading towards town or away from town? So we're basically on the main street heading towards what's in Lake Carrion? Yeah. So what is in Lake Carrion? Is that like the wealthy area? Quick, Allison, who's gone for the summer?
Oh crap, I'm muted. Sorry. They didn't hear that. So yeah, I was just answering their questions. They're on the road heading west towards Lake Carrion. Residential suburb on the south, high-end houses like right off the lake. Summer camp on the north side of the lake, and then on the northeast side is like the hippie commune area where they read auras and tell fortunes and all that kind of stuff.
Maybe we should try to head out in the canyon.
Nothing bad ever happens in the canyon.
Okay.
Nothing
They're
bad.
assuming that we're going to go towards the city. So let's like turn here at this dirt road.
Okay. All right. So you turn off. Like, I mean, and there's pull-offs. I mean, like there's ways to get off the road here and there. It's like it's a very narrow highway. But you find the sign that's like to Crystal Canyon, and you just veer off. And most of the road's paved for a while. Now, Levi, you would know, talking with your grandfather, that there's a bridge up here that
Oh,
collapsed.
and it's out.
Yeah. And you know that bridge is what takes you to the other side to where you get over to the hippie areas. There's all sorts of like as you're going up in terms of elevation. And like you can see that there's like desert forest, meaning not trees. Like we're talking like shrubland, cacti and stuff like that off to the east and west. What do you guys want to do?
I'll make sure to inform Llewellyn about that. Like, oh shit, man, I spaced the bridges out up ahead.
Do you see we need to jump it?
He's gonna say that.
Yeah.
So you get up and you see the bridge is small. It goes over top of a dry river wash, right? So it's like you can see the dry bed. You can actually see what looks like 3 crashed vehicles actually underneath it. They haven't even removed the stuff yet. And so there's a gap. It's a not inconsiderable gap between a small ramp up and the other side of it. Otherwise, you would be driving down into kind of the dried river wash, which would, you're not sure your car is coming up out of that without there being like a tow truck or a crane or something. And
That makes it an easy decision, in my opinion.
okay.
Everyone lean back.
And this is where we end TPK.
This is the
Yep.
best day ever.
I want you're going to be rolling a move test. I want 2 successes on this.
Okay.
But before you roll-
Lee soundtrack.
Before you roll, this is a big thing because if you guys crash, I'm just going to, you're all dead. That's just, you're all going to die.
Dead.
So is there anything else that somebody wants to do to try to help Llewellyn with this? And we're not treating this like a normal assist. This is there something that you think you could contribute realistically in this situation? And then you roll a check, and if you get a success, then he'll get a bonus. Is there anything anyone can think of?
I crank up my mixtape with Highway to Hell.
Ooh, there we go.
I like it. Okay, AC/DC kicks in. You quickly turn off what sounded like another Scrag 121 as it gets cut off, and you hear like what the fuck were you doing, Mike? What? We're live, Miss Phillips. Yeah. And you switch it over to AC/DC. Okay. Who else wants to try to help?
My brilliant idea was lean back, but I don't know if that does anything.
Are we still like being chased actively?
Yeah, you're pretty confident at this point it's chasing you. Yeah.
They'll never see this coming. Because it's really stupid.
It's really stupid.
If
like
we've got
I'm just
anything
gonna-
heavy in the car, just have everybody start throwing all the heavy shit out.
Okay. I like
Except
it.
for the
Also-
computer. We need
That's
this
why I'm
computer.
like,
the
I'm
computer.
gonna start by getting out of the car.
Steven, you're just gonna dive out? Steven just dives out to the road.
He's the only one that lived.
Dan and I play a
I was
one-on-one session next
contemplating
time.
that, but I'm kind of fucked if I get caught anyways. So
No, I'm about it. I'm gonna start singing along to Highway to Hell.
All right, Highway to Hell is on.
And I'm gonna walk him through like, come on, Lou, we've watched the Dukes of Hazzard. Just picture that, just visualize.
I am the Duke.
Allison, roll a
Yes.
lead.
All right.
and
Roll
we
a
are
lead
the
test.
hazard.
Yeah. Is the car your special item?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Got bits.
We've
Thanks
got
for them bits.
100 bits. 3. Oh, look at all these bits.
I'm
yeah.
gonna re-roll that.
Go ahead. Take 2 old to Twitch's reroll for this. And then we've got 300 bits for a complication. Is that a complication, Ashley? I feel like that's a
Hope so.
complication. It's 300
I hope so.
3 successes on the reroll.
Sandworms.
Oh my.
All right. All
Says
right.
we believe.
am-
That's
I am
helpful.
going to just take the condition for the reroll, and I'm going to leave the reroll.
Okay. And so then you rolled how many on lead?
2 successes.
All right. So with that,
I am scared.
okay.
That is an appropriate
That's fair.
condition.
That's reasonable.
So you're looking for such a your successes become a dice pool. All right. So the ability to make your friends work together to help them focus on the task at hand in different situations. If you spend time, you roll to overcome trouble. Your successes become a dice pool. Whatever. Just take an extra 2 die, Llewellyn, from her help. I'm not going to read it too much.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything like before he rolls? Is anybody doing anything? If you guys don't get 2 successes, this car is just gonna crash and burn.
Like I said, lighten the car up, throw crap out
Okay.
the windows. and-
Lighten the car up, throw
Still
some crap.
tempted to roll out anyways.
Do you want to do that?
Roll a move.
Roll a move to dive out of the moving car. Roll a move, dive out of the moving car.
It'll lighten the car.
You're getting out no matter what. You're getting out no matter what. The move is just to see whether you take damage or not in doing so.
And then I can watch and see what the guys
Yeah,
do when
you can go run and hide too. Okay. There's no. I mean, you can push if you want, but you're going to take a condition anyway, just because you're diving out of a moving
Oh my
vehicle.
God.
So you dive out of the moving vehicle,
No.
you scrape yourself up a bit, but definitely lightens the load, and then you can kind of run off into the brush. And it's not hard to walk across, right? To like walk down the river brush and do that. That's not hard to do. So you can easily try to catch up with them, but you got to.
I figure I'll cut off to the side so I can like hide and see if that vehicle comes up or not.
Okay.
He
Nicholas,
had no faith. We've got faith. Do it.
George Michael comes on all of a sudden on the radio
Gotta have
station.
faith.
Nicholas, what were you doing?
I
That
was.
didn't end
gonna
well
dive
for
out,
them to roll
but
to Twitch.
Now I'm just sticking to it, bracing for impact.
All right. I'm gonna give
Got
you.
this.
I'm gonna give you 2 for Allison's roll, and I'll give you 1 between moving stuff off and in the in the ACDC. So get 3. You get a +3 to this roll. It's the max you can have.
All right.
2 successes required.
All right. That gives me a total of +5, fortunately.
I know the
The
odds are.
car is my thing.
Arts are good. Odds are good.
Yay!
So,
Just a
Jeremy,
good old boy.
Jeremy, describe how this looks, man. How does it look?
Well, things look pretty bad. What was our group's name?
What was
The
your
government
name?
head?
Oh, well, you guys didn't have a name. Like there's the Carrier Project, but
Yeah.
You're not sure if that's
things
you
are
guys
looking pretty
specifically.
bad for the Carrier Project kids.
The Carrier Kids.
the Carrier kids.
Wonder if they'll make it over. And then it just cuts to commercial. And we come back.
And
Just
so
across.
you do the classic kind of like spin the wheels a bit, fishtail, zzz, and then off you go. Right before you get to the first incline of the bridge, Steven hops out. He's like, ah, ah, as he scrapes something as he lands because he did pass his test. Meanwhile, Edward and Nicholas are throwing random shit outside. They're like, well, we don't need this, we don't need that. They're like taking various pieces, like the headboard, like the headrest or something. They just yank off and throw it out. Everything you could possibly throw out. Book bags that don't have anything good in it. You get to the edge, you're going, and you realize for a second, like, oh God, what are we doing? That's way bigger of a gap than I thought. And you fly over and does the speed thing where, like, for some reason you drop down, but still manage to make it all the way across. You land on the other side. Hubcaps go flying out to the right and left. You spin it around a bit, you lose control, fishtail a bit, go off-road, but you make it across.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Steven.
I hand a cigarette out to everybody.
Steven, you're in the back. You're back on the other side, and you see,
I'm just like, wow.
yeah, and you also see as one of these large military Humvees, black Humvee, shows up. A minute or two after the jump, so not immediately. What do you want to do, Steven?
I was wanting to be like hidden
Okay.
way out to like the side.
Okay. Yeah.
If they were gonna go across it, they wouldn't come near me.
Okay. So you see them pull up, and then they get out. And you see them starting to move around and kind of look at the ground. You see a couple of them are looking at the ground. They're talking. You're probably a little too far away to hear them. They start looking down into the riverbed. The other thing you notice is that they have guns, like out and about. They have them strapped over. Like one of them's kind of doing the classic kind of hold it, kind of barrel down.
Ready for action.
Yeah, they're ready for action as they're moving about. As you're watching, it's a couple minutes of them kind of looking, and then they're sort of talking to somebody. They kind of, you can tell that they're communicating with somebody on radio. About 5 to 10 minutes later, you watch as a dark sedan pulls up, and you see that it's got a dent in the hood. And you can see where DJ Tricky Rick fell down on top of it. And you see a woman get out, and she's got this kind of slick backed hair. It's the exact same woman you guys saw. And they don't seem to freak out at this, at her showing up. And like she starts yelling at them, talking to them, and they're kind of communicating back. There's some sort of gesticulation going on with arms and hands. And like, it's like you get the sense that they're being almost somewhat deferential to her and she's just like yelling at them in some way. And they decide to get back into the vehicle, into their big old military vehicle. They start to curve around to the side of the road, and they start to slowly drive it down the bank of the river wash as if they're trying to make their way across. I'm going to go ahead and say let's end there for the night, because that's a pretty good end spot. As you guys just jump the freaking gap at a bridge. Insane.
We do have to get back out again.
Oh my goodness.
Other time.
I was like, I think we got like 2 or 3 sessions left. And like, I think I want to jump a bridge. I think we have about 10 minutes left. I think there's about 10 minutes left in the group. Let's do advancement questions then. Oh God, that was insane. Oh boy. Okay, experience points. Did you participate in the session? Yep. Did your problem or relationships get you in trouble? Yup. Anyone get broken?
No.
Got 2 conditions on the way there.
Put yourself in harm's way to resolve a mystery. Yeah, I think everyone go ahead and take one from that. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you learn something new? You learned that the radio station is taking
A lot of stuff.
A bunch of signals in from a variety of different directions.
Someone saw her disappear.
And
Someone
the
saw her
Bug Begone-
disappear. Yeah.
The Bug Begone
Might
people
be,
have more control over these things than just cleaning up after
Yeah.
them.
They can turn them on and turn them off. Yeah.
And the manager of the radio might be
Possibly.
part of the military.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point.
And that Scrag 121
God.
totally has radio viability.
Were you going to say
Amongst the peyote using populace of endurance, Scrag is awesome.
He's like hearing it
There
backwards.
might be aliens.
Maybe. Who knows?
That's one takeaway from
Yeah.
that contact book.
That is true. Yeah. That contact is about aliens. Yeah. Maybe it depends on what you believe. Yeah. Someone had made the suggestion, this guy, I think it's from Tabletop Theater. I can't remember the specific stream, but Mark, this guy has been commenting on a lot of our videos. I've been chatting with him a bit, and he said there's a suggestion that we should do a Delta Green operation in the future set in endurance, like because of all the weird stuff that went down during this thing. Like we should do that's the sequel.
Awesome.
It's like you guys show up as like outsiders.
They
It's a
got to
good
figure
idea.
out why all these kids went missing. In this movie.
Exactly. All right, let's do our closing plugs and get out of here. So, Burst, what are you doing for the rest of the week?
Oh, Sunday, fun stream. Not a lot going on. Maybe an unboxing. Tuesday is first edition Dungeons and Dragons. Friday is Talisman Adventures. You can find all this at twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder.
Perfect. Chuck, Defenders.
Hey, yeah, I'm Chuck from Scrag 121. You can check our new mixtape. No, Defenders of Cobalt. You know it. We'll be tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Central. No, not tomorrow night. Today is Monday. Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Central. Jeremy's running some spectaculars. Friday night, 9 p.m. Central. We're kicking off our new Alien campaign, All Fear of the Ishtar. And then what do we got? We got Saturday. I think Saturday, the only thing we got is on Goodman Games Official. Bert is running us through some more Umerica.
Awesome. Jeremy, podcast.
Yeah. Well, when I'm not jumping bridges like an idiot, I like reading comics and talking about them at the Plubecast, PLEWD.
Idiot or genius? I mean, you made it across. That's pretty good. If we ever do an
Got
epilogue,
away.
we learn that Llewellyn turns into like a stunt car driver or something like that later on in life. Moves to Hollywood, something.
I believe it.
That would be fun.
That would be great. As for Melissa and I, been playing some of the games that have already been mentioned. Friday, we got Delta Green back on our channel. Speaking of Delta Greens, we're playing Impossible Landscapes. Saturday, during the afternoon, we got Worlds Without Number, playing our sci fantasy hex crawl. And also tomorrow night, speaking of spectaculars, I'm playing on Garblag Games as we're doing some more Spectacular doing the Streetlight Nights campaign. I think we're just doing world building though tomorrow night. So
Nice.
yeah, it should be fun. So lots of stuff all week. Watch all these wonderful people. Thank you for those of you who hung out. We got a 300-bit thing I got to remember. Or is it 4? Did you? Because you never ended up using the reroll, did you?
We got a reroll and then them 300 bits from Ashley.
All right, so I'm gonna write that down for later when we get for next time. And so we'll be back in 2 weeks to see what happens with these crazy kids and their really beat up car at this point that's just kind of hanging in. I'm gonna go ahead and throw us on the end screen, find somebody to raid. Have a good night. Thank you for those who are watching in VOD and YouTube, and we'll see you next time.